So I wasn't gonna make a video on this subject, but thought why not? Seen quite a few on YouTube. Thought I might give my opinion on everything that's been happening in the community recently. The most significant thing being Kurt versus Nepenthez. So where do we start? It's a very long story. Now there's just been a lot of thoughts going on in my mind about the FIFA community. I watch people like Inception, I've been watching Kurt's videos, and I haven't made a video talking about Kurt in a very long time. And ever since I did talk about Kurt in one of my previous videos, he's made a couple of videos and quite a bit has happened in the community. So starting off with everything that happened at that event he went to. Now, whatever you want to say about Kurt, you can't deny that he makes it interesting. When you see Kurt is in an event, when you see one of his videos come up in your recommended or anything like that, most of you guys are going to click it, man. And that's what it is. He gets people talking. He's entertaining. He sparks a lot of conversation. Maybe he doesn't go around it the best way, but he is entertaining at the end of the day. Maybe he can approach it in a different way, but behind all of that, he makes some very good points. And I've thought about this Nepenthez Kurt situation a bit, and I've tried to put myself in both people's shoes, and I get it. Like, Kurt being a pro, the only one really speaking out, he feels like he's on his own. I'm not saying, well, Kurt is only the really big pro going at EA like this. Other pros might be going constructively, but I don't know anything about that. Inception, the fact that this guy isn't one of the biggest creators in the community is an absolute joke. And I was watching one of his videos when he was talking about the state of the FIFA community when it comes to the types of videos created, the content on YouTube. I just think it's an absolute joke. I completely agree with what he was saying. He was saying that you get more views and more out of staying in the menus and producing menu content than actually playing the game. On Twitch, when you're in the menus, you can see Castro on about 40k viewers sometimes, and then when he goes into the gameplay, it just drops. And you see that with every single streamer. Even most YouTubers, you see Nepenthez' Road to Glory. I've been on some of his episodes and all of it's been menu content, and I'm just like what has this game come to? If you guys think this FIFA's good, I'm sorry, but you don't know what good is. This has been the worst FIFA probably ever created, and it's basically a trading card game now, as Inception said. Now, someone can make a video where it takes them a couple of days, you get the gameplay, you commentate over it, and I think when it comes to all of that, I think Fuji should definitely be up there when it comes to the most subscribed FIFA channel, when it comes to the most views and everything, because he does everything. From what I see, he shows you guys his team, and loads of his content is gameplay content. Now, skills, to be fair to him, goes in the draft quite a lot. He plays a lot of the game, but most of the videos are just them building a draft and they don't even go into the games. That's how bad the game is. When you get an amazing team, you want to try out their players. In previous FIFAs, I want to try out their players. But most of the people build the draft, they go into a game, quit out the game, and want to build a new draft. They get more fun out of building the draft than they do with using the players they got from their sick draft to play in the game, which I believe is an absolute joke. It's got to a point with content creation now where YouTubers are making videos which take them about 8 minutes, guys. They'd get the SBC up, go on OBS, put their face cam in the corner, talk over an SBC, say the player stats, build the team, submit the SBC, get the card, and that's the video done. That will take, I'd say, about 10 minutes without any editing, and that video will get more views than a video someone can spend days, you know, getting a lot of gameplay, a couple of hours getting the gameplay, then editing the gameplay up, then doing loads of other stuff with the video and putting actual effort and time into the video, which is just not right. And it's just unfair because the people coming up in the community, they don't have as much money as the people who are near the top, who have more of a following, who can invest FIFA points into the game, because you'd get more views doing a video 10 times guaranteed Team of the Season SBC pack opening, something like that, or getting a couple of Team of the Seasons in a pack opening. You'd get 100, 200,000 views I'm seeing people get, and then you'd see someone else, I'd see Inception make a gameplay video which will get like 4 or 5k views when I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is a good video. This has taken time to get into the gameplay, to actually play the game, because people should actually want to watch other people play the game, like in other games like Fortnite, instead of people just sitting in the menus and opening packs. Yet again, you can't really blame the people who do that. They just look at their FIFA channel as a business, and I don't really see anyone coming up, going into the FIFA scene for the sole enjoyment of playing the game. They might enjoy looking at growth at their YouTube channel, seeing the numbers go up, maybe wanting to benefit monetarily from it in the future. I don't see anyone just starting a FIFA channel because they love playing FIFA and they don't care about the outcome when it comes to views and stuff. They just enjoy doing that. We haven't seen that for a very long time in the FIFA community. Now with the Kurt and Nepenthez situation, so basically Nepenthez added Kurt. Someone was like, if you want to add Kurt, just put his in. And Nepenthez said Kurt is part of the problem why the game is where it's at. He was saying pros should boycott events, and I was watching Kurt's video and he was like, it's the only opportunity for pros to really make money. I think the pro scene is an absolute joke. I don't really have to talk about that. When I say an absolute joke, I'm talking about in regards to prize money, the amount of money these people are getting for the amount they have to actually invest into the game to even get there. I think the prize pool is an absolute joke. The fact that it's taken them this long to find out people who have been buying coins and competing at events. One of the people who got caught for coin buying actually knocked Kurt out of a tournament and took qualification points away from him. He could have possibly been at that event. I don't know when the event is, I'm not too sure. I don't keep up to date 100% with the pro scene and when all the competitions are, but Kurt got robbed out of points in that tournament. Nepenthez made some valid points. Kurt was bringing up his past and stuff like that, some stuff which was really not necessary, and he was taking some low blows at Nepenthez. I didn't think that that was needed, but Kurt and Nepenthez, they agreed to talk to each other on live stream, and Kurt wanted to do it on Twitch. Nepenthez, for contractual reasons, had to do it on Mixer, so they both agreed to do it on Mixer, and then Nepenthez pulls out last minute because he's been advised not to. Kurt does the best he can, and he says Nepenthez can put a stream delay on it, he can kick Kurt if he says anything bad, and he will even sign an NDA, and Nepenthez can tell him what he doesn't want Kurt to say, and Kurt can't say anything about that. I think Kurt offered a sensible solution to the problem, and I thought, fair enough, you know, I was excited for it. We're going to see Kurt and Nepenthez finally talk constructively about the game, and we're going to see them talk one-on-one. Now Nepenthez obviously pulled out last minute, and I didn't agree with Nepenthez pulling out last minute. He said to Kurt he'll do it. He offered some very good solutions to the problem. He said that he won't say anything, and Nepenthez didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. He didn't want to do it, and everybody knows exactly why he didn't want to do it. And I kind of understand why he didn't want to do it, because obviously if Kurt said something, it could damage his reputation, it can bring past things back up, which Nepenthez wouldn't like. But Kurt said he'd signed an NDA, so if he brought up anything from Nepentez's past or anything Nepenthez didn't want him to say, then he'd get in trouble for it. But those are my opinions on it. I think Kurt's entertaining. I think there's some good stuff in what he says. I get a good laugh out of his videos. I think it's great entertainment. He makes the scene entertaining. His videos are enjoyable. Nepenthez as well. I haven't been watching him a lot recently, but I think his videos are informative. He's one of the best, if not the best creator when it comes to talking about the game informatively. But I believe that both people are in the wrong in a way. Kurt for bringing up some stuff about Nepenthez' past, which wasn't necessary, and Nepenthez for pulling out last minute when we were going to get a good conversation out of it. So guys, that's pretty much all I really have to say on the situation. Haven't got much else. I agree a lot with Inception when it comes to him talking about the type of content that people are producing on FIFA, what the communities actually become. But I'm not putting any of the blame on the content creators. They're making money from it. They have to do what they have to do to earn a living. I'm not trying to bash on them a lot. EA is the core problem. EA is who everyone should be blaming. I don't think people should be going at each other. But Nepenthez said something about how stopping producing content. Let's not talk about stopping producing content. Let's talk about not spending FIFA points on the game. I think it's a bit hypocritical, but at the end of the day, they're using the FIFA points they invest into the game and they're making content out of it, which is helping them produce more revenue. So I see that argument, but I also see Kurt's argument of you can't bash the game and a day later spend 100,000 FIFA points on the game. That's not a good thing to do. It's a bit hypocritical. But then you've got the other argument. And Kurt, I'm not sure if it was Kurt or it was some other pro, made a point where YouTubers shouldn't spend FIFA points on the game and they should tell their viewers to stop spending FIFA points on the game. Nepenthez replied to that saying, gave an analogy about a sinking ship and something about trying to scoop water out with a glass or something like that. But I believe it would have a bit of an impact. If 100,000, 200,000 people stop spending FIFA points on the game, EA will definitely see a difference in the amount of revenue they're making, and it could force change. We don't know until we actually try. That's the thing. All the big YouTubers didn't get behind it. They didn't back it 100% and didn't actually try. Back in the Fix FIFA movement, the big YouTubers didn't really get involved and people say that's why it failed. But anyway, that's something to think about. Anyway, I enjoy Kurt's content. I enjoy Nepenthez' content as well. So I'm not trying to bash any of them in any way. I'm just trying to give my honest opinion on the argument between them two on Twitter and just my view on the community at the moment. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to your channel down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace.